best bites forever.
Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to Best Bites Forever. Today I'm making these spiced pecans, but first I'd like to give a special shout out to all of my BBFs. I love you guys. And if you're not a subscriber, now's the time to go ahead and click on that subscribe button for more delicious recipes. And with that all said, let's rock it out. The first thing that we need to do is put a large pot of water onto the stove. We need to bring this up to a boil, so go ahead and put a lid on it to make that happen a little bit quicker. Meanwhile, we're going to go over here and make our spice blend. So in here I have 1.5 cups of sugar. I'm adding 2 tablespoons of oil. I have olive oil, it's just what I usually cook with, but you can definitely use canola oil if you don't like the flavor of olive oil. I'm just going to give this kind of a little stir and mash, and then I'm going to add in my spice blend. So once I have this looking kind of like this, and it doesn't have to be perfect, don't worry, I'm going to start adding in some spices. I don't want to bore you by like naming off everything that I have in here. I am going to put it down in the description down below, but just to give you, you know what, I'll name them. Okay, so I'm going to stir and name. So what we have going on here is 1/2 teaspoon each of black pepper, cardamom, and nutmeg. I also have 3/4 teaspoon each of cayenne, allspice, and coriander, a tablespoon of cumin, and a teaspoon each of chili powder and ginger. I think that I named them all off, but like I said, I'm going to have it in the description down below. So once you get this all stirred together and beautiful, isn't it gorgeous? It smells amazing, I'll tell you that right now. We are just going to let this hang out for a minute and go back to our pecan. So here we go, my water is coming up to a really nice boil. I'm going to go ahead and add in my pecans. I have 2 pounds here. These are going to stay in for 1 minute exactly, and then I am going to drain them. So yes, time it for 1 minute, drain them, and then we're going back over here to our spices. Now the pecans go directly into that spice mixture. Steaming my camera, crap. No good, no good. Hang on. So yeah, as I was saying, pecans go directly into the spice mixture. They are nice and hot at this point, and I accidentally left mine in for 2 minutes because I was messing with my lights and camera, but try not to do that. Don't be like me and overcook your pecans. They'll still be good, it's just they're going to take a little longer in the oven, I think. So now what I need to do is just coat them in our sugar and spice mixture. I'm folding from the bottom. I'm making sure to get my spatula way deep under there because I don't want to leave a big pile of sugar on the bottom. And I'm just going to stir these until they're super well combined, and then we are going to put them onto a sheet pan. So onto a sheet pan they go. I want to put these into a single layer, and these are going to go into the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for probably around 20 minutes, but you have to pull them out every 5 minutes and stir them, and I'm going to pull them out in just a minute and show you how I want you to stir them so that you don't get any burned pecans. So there we go, nice even layer, 350, here we go. Okay, so this is what they look like after their first 5 minutes in the oven, and what I'm wanting to show you here is just what they look like on the sheet pan. So these haven't let go of any liquid yet, which is fine. They do let go of a little bit as they cook, and then you kind of want it to dry back up. So I always make sure that I pull the sides in like so and kind of flip the middle back out, because the guys that are over here on the edges are the ones that have a tendency to burn. So you really want to make sure that you're pulling those in, and that way you're not going to get any of the bitter burned nut flavor, because that is definitely not a good thing. So these are pretty well stirred here. I'm going to flatten them back out and put them back into the oven, still at 350 for another 5 minutes, and I will give you a quick look when I pull them out. Okay, so here we are. This is 10 minutes in, and I don't know if you can see it. There's like a little bit of, it's kind of like liquidy hot sugar down on the pan. These are almost done. I thought they were going to take a little bit longer because I boiled them for, you know, that extra minute, but I think they might actually end up taking a little bit less time. We'll have to take a look at what they look like when I pull them out this next time. But this is the 10-minute mark. I'm just doing the same thing, stirring from the edges, making a nice little flat pile. I said it again, flat pile. Yes, a flat pile. No, a single layer as much as possible, and then these are going back in for 5 more minutes. Okay, and we are on stir number 3, and I don't know, guys. I'm actually going to call these done. Normally they take like 20 minutes. I make these every year, sometimes 2 or 3 times a year, and usually they take like 20 minutes. It looks like this time they are taking 15. Don't overcook them. You don't want them to burn, but like I don't really have any liquid left on my pan. Can you see it's just dried up sugar at this point? I'm going to give them one big nice stir, and then I'm just going to let them set and cool for about 30 minutes, and I will show you how I serve them. So this is how I like to put these on my holiday table. I have the cashews here, I have the pecans here, and then these are sweet gooseberries. You can find these in Asian markets, at least that's where I get mine. I'll also look online for you, and if I happen to see a link, I will drop one down in the description below for you. I want to show you too how beautifully the sugar and the spices stick to these. I mean, you can just see that they are totally coated. They have a really nice heat to them, along with a bit of saltiness, sweetness, and of course all of those spices are coming through just beautifully. I hope that you all really enjoyed this video. I'm so happy that everybody stopped by. Hey, if you haven't subscribed already, then now is a really great time to do so that you get more delicious recipes sent to you every single week. Make sure that you ring that notification bell so that you don't miss any. Thank you all again so much for stopping by. I hope that you're having a great holiday season. Merry Christmas and happy cooking, everyone.
BestBitesForever.com